All right, welcome and hello everybody. I'm joining you here today from the comfort of my apartment, of course, and today we're going to draw some more in my sketchbook, one that I custom hand bound. I couldn't find one I really liked, so I picked the paper I liked and then I bounded it together with the help of a YouTube tutorial, and this way it lies flat just like I like it, right? But it also has the paper I like, which doesn't bleed through it all, this crescent render paper. So I've been making some great progress in this. It's like I'm like that far through it, so I only have like this many more pages to go. This many, pretty exciting. So we're gonna draw in it some more, and I'll let you watch. These days I don't usually actually touch the very edge of the paper. I just start very near to the edge. If I do start at an edge, I start very near, and then I kind of leave like a little inferred border all around the edges. If I don't actually draw a border. Drawing borders is very fun. Sometimes I do my little invisible border, like a little 1/4 inch maybe, or 1/8 of an inch, 1/16 of an inch. Don't know what that is in centimeters, meters, kilometers. But then you can draw another border. After you've drawn a bunch of the doodle, you can kind of draw another border farther into the paper, and then keep drawing the doodle, kind of overlapping and everything, and it kind of adds a bit of depth. And, well, one of my favorite words to use now, I kind of took this from the culinary, you know how there's words for flavors like bitter, sweet, sour, savory, and then they have this other word, umami, right? Which I haven't really done a lot of research, but to me, umami just seems to mean it tastes good, right? It tastes really good. All right, for me, I have, and then there's these other words of drawing, right? Like depth, composition, texture, all these other words. I have this other word, which I feel like is my equivalent to my drawing equivalent to the culinary umami, which is oomph. So I do various things with my drawings, which my end goal is to add some extra oomph to the drawing, and hopefully it does end up achieving that goal. Things like adding darker little chunks, and there are different things like adding textures and depth, which do help with the oomph. Or those little inside borders, right? You want the oomph. You don't want to look at a oomphless drawing and be like, you probably wouldn't even think it's oomphless. You just probably wouldn't even stop to think about it at all. You just go on to the next drawing. You want the oomph, because if it's there, people stop and look. Their eyes get sucked into it. They think about it. Even if they're not sure what to think about it, they're like, huh, interesting. There's definitely something going on here. It's not easy all the time. Some things are more easy to add oomph with than others. Like faces are good for oomph because you can add like expressions and stuff like that. But doodles are fun. You know, I'm kind of addicted to doodling, so there's. You do your thing, I'll do mine. You don't have to doodle. Look, I want to encourage you to create, even if you're not doodling, you're drawing faces or landscapes or even if you are into culinary things and you're doing umami, right? Umami can be your oomph, or sweet. Personally, I'm really into salty things. I really like salty things, like chips. Tortilla chips, I think the only reason I eat tortilla chips is because of the salt. I wouldn't eat them at all if it wasn't for the salt. But then again, I do like eating some plain tortillas sometimes. And I do like eating... But why wouldn't I eat the chips? I don't know. Some culinary scientists let me know. You tell me. All right, I'm getting sidetracked. Anyways, so for this drawing, I just kind of followed the flow. I didn't like it at first. For the first half hour when I was drawing this doodle, I absolutely despised it. But One incredible thing that happens when you've made it this far in a sketchbook and you haven't ever, like abandoned a drawing. I don't think I did. Maybe I did at one point, and I just kind of completely covered it over with like marker and then drew on it with white marker. Anyways, but look, when you're in a sketchbook, you get a little bit more invested in your drawings, and they mean a little bit more, which sometimes can be stressful, and you want to, if they're more stressful, sometimes you get a little bit of performance anxiety, but I think it's good because it helps me to not abandon the drawings because they're in here and you can't rip them out, right? So I kept going, and I knew that from past doodles I had done, if I keep going, there is a huge chance that if I do keep going, I will love this drawing later. And so I did, and I did. And I'm happy I did. Yes. It's not alarming that you don't like the drawing at first, because it's just it's not a full drawing. It's not the real thing. It's not completed. It's halfway done. It's a tenth of the way done. You're not done with it. And it's even okay if you don't like it at the end. What's important is that you like it, is that you like the process of creating. Because if you don't like the process of creating, if you don't like making new things that have never been there before, right? Something entirely new in the world. That's cool. There's a lot of things that aren't new. I mean, everything is a little bit the same. Everything is a little bit new, which depending on which way you look at it. But I think it's cool to concentrate on the fact that you're making something that has never been there before, right? There's a lot of production lines out there, a lot of cookie cutter type things going on, but you are there making something brand new. I like it. I'm glad you're doing that. Okay. All right. Good luck, everybody. Have fun. All right. Yeah, that's it. All right. I did draw this whole thing on my Twitch channel, by the way, where I live stream my drawings sometimes. So check in the description for my Twitch page. Go follow it so you can be notified when I draw, and you can come hang out with me. All right. See you guys later. Bye.